Greetings class, this is A.T.M. Burnett presenting Module 4 Certification Accreditation presentation. I do apologize for not being available, but I'm currently on vacation on a cruise, so I'm going to present this YouTube video to present the information for the PowerPoint. A little background about the assignment. So basically, I am designing a individual business called the Fishbowl. The Fishbowl is independently basically kind of aquarium that people can see and kind of inspire them to go into that particular hobby. What I'm going to use is take the current internet provider that I have and split the connection using a portion of the network just to support the business adventure. The Fishbowl will need to have a secure connection because I would like to have people have the ability to actually view the Fishbowl and not be physically on site to see it as well. Potential vulnerabilities, some common things I would like to point out. Basically working at a computer, just collecting data, using computer for long periods of time, eye strain, things of that nature. Those risks are going to be probably minimum. Won't probably use much of the time sitting in front of a computer. Ideally, it's more time will be spent just streaming video and ensuring that connection is a secure connection for all those who view it, and also limited it to people who are just part of the specific group that have access. When I look at the certification matrix, I picked out kind of 4 things. Basically wanted to determine what are the duties, the privileges for people who are going to support the Fishbowl, evaluate access control. In addition, I want to make sure to view the documentation and just kind of outline what if there were multiple employees, what those employees will be responsible for, and just maintaining the overall network security of the Fishbowl and the network of that individual path that's going to go through the independent ISP provider for the home network. Obstacles that may need to be foreseen overcoming is we're talking about using an existing network that's in place, a current infrastructure. We want to have more logging and monitor of the independent network that it will be coming online for business purposes, just to monitor if there are any threats. You'd be amazed how even the smallest network or small independent businesses is at risk, even though they're not a large conglomerate of business as well. We like to accomplish that by adding a VPN connection using typical Cisco or Palo Alto firewalls, maintaining specific ports and services that allow just those independent things that need to go out versus ideally just the type of streaming to support any customers who are interested and want to view actually what a Fishbowl could futuristically look like. Additional things we can use for monitoring, pen testing type tools, ethical hacking check tools, just to ensure that they're noted, to ensure that we deter any others who may want to try to access our network. Recommending best practices, simple recommendations. Define network schema for future expansion of the network. Ideally, it's a spreadsheet that you use, ideally basically identifying the 2 different independent networks, setting up mass default gateways and things of that nature. In addition to that, building a network diagram to show the split and the segmentation between the 2 networks and the connectivity paths. Just identifying each individual IP address and each individual gap that may exist, that may come up as a future issue of the network itself. Best practices that we'd like to implement, ensure that the segmentation duties and administration and management of each network. So that means even if I'm independently managing or working on both networks, identifying exactly this is a user account for the network A and this is a user account for network B, which is the Fishbowl itself. In addition, network administrators who manage admin accounts on both networks should use different passwords for each account. And that ensures that if you're using a standard password 123, it's not used on your admin account for the actual business itself. So reducing the risk of compromise, and as a best practice, making sure things are not constantly the same, but identically changing them up, changing password frequencies. ideally is another best secret or best practice that should be identified as well. Anywhere from 30 to 45 days tracking that, and also not using your last 5 passwords. The reference that was used for this ideally is the actual text for the class. For this particular certification accreditation, it's if you follow the book, it's a great roadmap to kind of successfully do this type of process for any network or company who's requiring this type of accreditation and certification. Thank you guys for your time very much. It's been a very fun class. I hope you guys see you soon in different classes, and take care and have a great day.